Thank you to AG1 for sponsoring today's video. Well, this video is going to be a little bit different than normal. We're out in my yard and going to be working on, honestly, a plethora of different activities that have been swirling around in my head for a while now. I hope this video isn't too random, too eclectic, but I have about 7 to 10 springtime projects that I'm going to get done with you this week. The biggest one being that we're going to replace our rickety old greenhouse. I have dreams, I have visions of a Hartley Botanic greenhouse. They look like this. They cost more than the first house I ever bought. So there won't be one of those in the very near future. I guess anything is possible. But what I really am doing is thinking about how I could possibly DIY something like this. And the wheels have begun to turn, so stay tuned. In the meantime, I need to fix my greenhouse that I have right now. I have to deal with that now. And so it's a 6x8. We got it for free from a friend of ours. Colby gave it to me as it was my birthday present one year, and it's been a good little greenhouse, but it's falling apart. The plastic panes, the window panes in it have yellowed and cracked, and they're terrible at this point. And so I priced it, and I think I paid $250 or something ridiculous. Like, it wasn't expensive to just replace a little 6-foot by 8-foot greenhouse. And then because I'm in love with these Hartley Botanic greenhouses, I am going to add some little She Holds Dearly sprinkles to it, some little touches to make it look more than just like I got it at Walmart or something. So the first thing we're doing is we are going to paint the framing. We're spray painting it this army green Rust-Oleum color. It's not that it has to be army green, it's just this is a sage green that we thought was close enough to the color that I liked. And so all of the metal framing has been painted, and then I've ordered a top decorative piece that goes along the very ridge of the roof. I've ordered it from Wayfair. I think it gets here tomorrow, so I'll share that with you. And I'm literally going to construction glue it to the top of this thing. And one day it'll probably blow off and land in my neighbor's yard, and they'll be like, what is she doing again? She's always doing something ridiculous over there. But in the meantime, it's going to look a little better. Okay, let's work on the greenhouse now. Did you notice Colby is drinking AG1 now? I'm so excited. I've got him taking it, and I've got my daughter taking it as well, and everybody's excited about how good it tastes and how convenient it is. So if you aren't familiar with AG1, I've talked about it before, but AG1 is a research-backed health drink that you drink once a day. It's 1 scoop of this green powder. And in the powder, you have multivitamins, you have minerals, you have probiotics, prebiotics, and a blend of superfoods, all in that 1 scoop. So people love how easy it is. They love how it tastes. You would think it wouldn't taste good, but it tastes like a pineapple vanilla flavor. And actually, it's something I look forward to each day. This comprehensive nutritional supplement provides nutrients for your brain and for your body and for your gut. So if any of this is something that you are looking into, something that you're trying to do better with, AG1 is such a good option. They source all of their ingredients from the finest quality sources that they can, and they've carefully designed it so that if you are gluten-free or dairy-free or paleo, or in my case, I'm really sensitive to sugar, and so I only have supplements that have like basically no sugar. Stevia is fine. I'm fine with stevia. But this product has less than 1 gram of naturally produced sugar. So I do fine with it. I have noticed such a change since I've been taking AG1. So I'm sleeping better. I have way more energy. I can think faster. I just feel so much better across the board with this product. I feel like I've stopped chasing other rabbit trails trying to find different supplements. This one just has been so comprehensive. AG1 is one of the easiest ways I know to start improving your health, and you can get started today. They offer an amazing welcome kit, and so it comes with a canister and a really nice scoop and a 30-day supply. You get travel packs included, you get a shaker bottle, and then you get a free bottle of vitamin D3 plus K2 drops. You can just add those right in when you're mixing up your green drink each day. Use my link in the description below, or you can check out the QR code here, and that will get you $20 off your first subscription, plus the great welcome kit I told you about. We've already made a lot of mistakes. Mistake number 1, which I would say we kind of caught, but I just want to throw this out there for anyone trying to copy us. You do not want to paint over the numbers. Every single bar of this kit is numbered, and you don't want to paint over those. So that's one, is you need to write them somewhere else or go gently over that part when you're painting. The second thing is that we wish we had put 2, maybe even 3 coats of spray paint on this, because we just know it's not going to last very long in the elements. So we're at this point trying to get a second coat on our framework, and that's a little bit of a pain. Would have done that differently. And the third thing is these panels here that Colby has. They have a plastic that you peel off, which you saw us peel the white one off, but they also have a clear one, which we didn't realize. So we have to take that one back out and get it off. And now it looks even better without that clear film. So anyway, now you know. So when you read the directions and they say it'll take 2 people 3 hours, I think those people do this all the time. It was more like 3 people for 8 hours. And actually we're kind of used to doing things like this, so it's not a beginner project, but it is doable if you're patient. All right, we have some catching up to do. Remember these gloves that I found at the bins? They were 25 cents. They're deer skin. This lovely camel color. They're so soft, and I had this romantic vision of gardening in such lovely gloves, and I was gonna dye them. I still might dye them, but there was an uproar in the comment section, and many of you said, don't do that, don't ruin them, they are driving gloves. And so I am heeding your advice, and here's what I got instead. Hand Landy gardening gloves. Oh, there's 2 pairs in here. I'm gonna use these instead. We're gonna save these for the fall, although this is not a color that I wear. So I thought I would darken them a tad bit, and so I went to that leather store that I was telling you about. There's several of them. I don't know if it's just in my region, but it's called Tandy, with a T, Tandy Leather. And they're really fun for homeschool field trips. They do classes and things. And so I'm gonna take you over to Tandy Leather, and we're gonna look at the selection of options they have. They're very informative, and so they're gonna help me figure out can I dye these gloves and still keep them soft? So I'm changing the color, and then she also gave me this conditioner, and it's not, I'm putting hardly any on. Actually, it's not leaking through the leather, so it's not gonna get on my hands. And then I have a conditioner just in case it doesn't leave this soft enough. And so I'm gonna put that on next. And then I'm just gonna tuck these away, and I'm gonna use these for my fall wardrobe. The next thing that I want to share with you is something I've been collecting. We need to build some wooden tables, just some basic, 2x4s and plywood, and build some tables out there in our little greenhouse. And on those tables, I want to put trays of seeds, and you can get the plastic trays that then usually about 80 little plastic spots that you can put dirt and seeds. I don't love those because when I go to transplant them, I don't know how to get out the individual plants without dumping the whole thing. But one good thing about them is that the water, you can water from underneath, and then the water soaks up. So I like that because then it doesn't disturb the little baby seeds in the beginning. But I'm gonna try this route. But I've been collecting wine crates. I think I have about 12 of these crates. And I love the detailing on them. I get the ones that don't look too modern. I like the very Italian looking designs, the wood burning designs. And I like this size, which is, what is that? 18 inch by a 13 inch or something like that. I just think they look so old world and timeless. I'm really excited to use these. So then I bought a bunch of these little peat pots, which you can get on Amazon. And I'm gonna fill each of my wine crates with these little pots with potting soil. I got all the seeds that we talked about. A while back I was telling you about my plans on a video for all the flowers that I wanna grow, mostly white flowers and then a few blue flowers. And I ordered all of the seeds. I followed through, and I've got a David Austin rose, and I have a white wisteria. So we're gonna grow a blue thistle. I've even got some white pumpkin seeds. I've got poppies, larkspur, alyssum, white sunflowers, yarrow, cosmo. Anyway, I've got all these seeds, all these little babies, and we're gonna get them started in these trays. And then a couple months from now, we're gonna have a real flower garden. So I'm excited to get started on that. Oh, couple tips for these wine crates. You can find them on, you can find them on Facebook Marketplace for maybe $5 a piece. The other place you could look is at the big box wine stores. Like Total Wine is one that I called. Some of them didn't have, they're like, lady, we don't get those in crates. They're all in cardboard boxes. But Total Wine, which is a, I think, nationwide chain, they did have crates, and you go to the front of the store, and on top of the ice machine they have wooden crates for $3 or so. And I think it's kind of a little known secret, and I just checked the top of the ice box, and they had those crates, and then they had cigar boxes, which I think are very beautiful too. I like gifting them with matches and candles and things at Christmas time. And I mean, you can pay, I don't know, I see these in antique stores for $15. Well, they had them up on there on top of the ice machine for $2. So I got a couple of those. Not that I'm going to use these for gardening, but I just thought they were pretty. I don't know. I like them for gifting things in. And now I have a lot of seed planting to do. Oh, one more thing. This just arrived. I just grabbed it from our mailbox. I got two of these topper pieces. They go along the ridge of a roof. I'm gonna paint them green, like our greenhouse, and I'm gonna try. They're a little bit heavier than I thought they were gonna be. I thought they were gonna be plastic, but they're pretty, I mean, that's like an inch thick. They're made with, it feels like particle board or something. I'm gonna put these on top. Might be a disaster, but at least then I'll know. And these are gonna go along the top of the greenhouse to give it a little bit more character. Okay, we're getting to the fun part here. Lots of styling. Colby's gonna work on the tables soon, and I gotta plant all my little baby seeds.